My beloved child, I know there are nights when one face will not leave your mind. There are nights when the house becomes quiet, but your heart does not become quiet with it. There are nights when you look at your phone one more time, when you remember the unanswered call, the message that did not come, the tone in their voice, the tiredness in their eyes, the distance you could not explain, the sickness you cannot heal, the trouble you cannot remove, or the spiritual heaviness you have sensed around someone you love. I know the name that has been moving through your chest tonight. I know the person you have been trying not to worry about too much, because you do not want fear to control you, yet the concern keeps returning like a wave in the dark. You have tried to be strong. You have told yourself to sleep. You have said, perhaps they are fine. Perhaps tomorrow will be better. Perhaps I am thinking too much. But beneath those thoughts, there is love. Beneath that trembling, there is care. Beneath that ache, there is a burden you were never meant to carry without me. My beloved child, listen carefully. The worry rising in you tonight is not meant to become panic. It is not meant to become control. It is not meant to become sleepless torment, restless imagining, or a chain around your peace. I am taking what fear tried to use against you, and I am turning it into intercession. I am teaching your heart to bring the one you love before me, not as one who is abandoned, not as one who is helpless, but as one who is heard by the Father. I saw the tear before it reached your face, and I heard the name before your lips formed it. Not one sigh escaped my attention. Not one silent question went unnoticed. When you sat in the quiet room and felt that heaviness settle over your spirit, I was near. When you wondered if you should call again, ask again, check again, fix again, I was already present with you, and I was already present with them. Do not allow this message to feed fear in you. Do not receive it as a warning that danger is greater than my power. Do not let your imagination run ahead of my voice. I am not drawing you here to diagnose disaster. I am drawing you here to pray. I am drawing you here to breathe again. I am drawing you here so your love will not be swallowed by anxiety, but lifted into trust. There are burdens. Love notices before anyone else notices them. A mother senses what is unspoken. A father carries concerns in silence. A sister remembers the change in a voice. A brother sees the heaviness behind a smile. A child worries for a parent who pretends to be strong. A spouse feels the distance before words can explain it. And I do not despise that tenderness. I do not rebuke you for loving deeply, but I am calling that love into my presence, where it can become prayer instead of fear. So tonight, before the worry grows louder, pause with me. Let your heart become still enough to hear what I am saying. The one you love is not outside my sight. The name you whispered did not fall into empty air. It rose before me. And if your spirit agrees with this covering over your family, let even a small action become a sign of agreement, like this message as a quiet act of faith for family covering. Subscribe so your heart can continue to be strengthened by prayer-filled words. And if you feel led, write the name or initials of the family member you are praying for, not to expose their pain, but to place them beneath the covering of prayer. My beloved child, tonight I am not asking you to carry your family alone. I am not asking you to stand watch in your own strength. I am inviting you to bring them, one by one, beneath my covering. And as you bring them to me, you will begin to understand that the fear that kept you awake is becoming a holy invitation to pray. My beloved child, you cannot be everywhere, but I am already there. You cannot sit beside every bed, walk down every road, enter every room, answer every fear, interrupt every danger, or soften every thought with your own hands. You cannot follow the one you love into every conversation, every lonely hour, every hidden temptation, every private struggle, every place where their heart closes and their words become few, but I can, and I do. Do not measure their covering by your nearness. Do not think they are uncovered because your arms cannot reach them tonight. Do not think they are alone because they have gone silent, because they are far away, because they will not explain what they are carrying, because they resist your concern, because they say they are fine when your spirit senses they are weary. I see what you cannot see. I hear what they do not say. I know the ache beneath their answers, the pressure behind their silence, the road beneath their feet, the room where they sit, the thoughts that circle in them when no one is watching. Not one breath, not one step, not one hidden moment is outside my sight. Not one breath, not one step, not one hidden moment is outside my sight. Let this truth become stronger in you than the images fear has been showing you. Let it rise above the question that keeps returning. Let it settle over your chest like a covering of peace. The one you love is not beyond me. They are not hidden from my eyes. They are not too distant for my hand. They are not too stubborn for my mercy. They are not too broken for my care. As written in Psalm 121, the one who watches over Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. My beloved child, you become tired, but I do not become tired. Your eyes grow heavy, but mine remain open. Your body needs rest, but my watch does not end when your strength ends. You may fall asleep, not knowing every detail, but I remain awake with perfect knowledge. You may not know which road they are on, which room they are in, which burden they carried into the night, which thought wounded them, which fear followed them, or which battle they have not confessed. But I know every room, every road, every thought, every burden, every trembling place inside them. This is why I am calling you away from the false burden of control. Control tells you that if you do not hold everything together, everything will fall apart. Control tells you that if you stop watching, danger will increase. Control tells you that your worry is proof of your love. But I tell you that prayer is the holier proof of love. Surrender is not neglect. Rest is not abandonment. Trust is not carelessness. When you release them into my hands, you are not letting them go into emptiness. You are placing them where your hands could never hold them securely enough. There are loved ones who are traveling beneath skies you cannot see, and I am there. There are loved ones sitting in rooms with closed doors, and I am there. There are loved ones fighting thoughts they have not named, and I am there. There are loved ones resisting counsel, hiding pain, carrying shame, pretending strength, wandering in confusion, or standing near choices that make your heart tremble, and I am there. Your absence does not create my absence. Your limitation does not limit my presence. Your inability to reach them does not mean they are beyond reach. So tonight, bring me the fear that has been trying to become your master. Bring me the urge to control, the need to know, the restless checking, the heavy imagining, the silent dread. I am not asking you to stop loving them. I am teaching you to love them through prayer. I am not taking away your concern. I am purifying it until it becomes intercession. I am placing in your hands a sacred role, not the role of savior, not the role of watcher over every hour, but the role of one who stands before me and says, Father, cover them where I cannot go. My beloved child, breathe again. The one you cannot reach with your hands is still held beneath my sight. Not one breath, not one step, not one hidden moment is outside my sight. And because I am watching, you may pray with faith instead of panic, love without being consumed, and rest without believing you have failed them. Remember Hagar in the wilderness, my beloved child. Remember the mother who walked into a dry place with her child and reached the end of what her hands could do. She had water for a little while, strength for a little while, hope for a little while, but then the skin of water became empty, the heat remained, the desert did not soften, and the child she loved began to weaken before her eyes. She could not create a river. She could not command the wilderness to become gentle. She could not lift the whole future with her tired arms. She placed the boy under a bush, and she moved away because her heart could not bear to watch what she feared. Do you see yourself there, my beloved child? Do you see that place in your own soul where love is present but strength feels gone? There are moments when you are not lacking love, you are lacking power. There are moments when you would trade your own comfort to rescue the one you love, but you cannot enter their struggle, cannot change their heart by force, cannot remove their pain with one sentence, cannot heal the wound by worrying over it all night. Like Hagar, you may feel as if you are sitting a little distance away from someone you love, weeping because you do not know what else to do. But listen carefully. I did not shame Hagar for weeping. I did not turn away because her faith trembled. I did not say her tears made her unworthy of my help. I heard the child in the wilderness. As written in Genesis, I heard the voice of the boy, and my angel called to Hagar from heaven. The mother could not save him by her own strength, but the child was never beyond my hearing. The desert did not silence him. Distance did not hide him. Weakness did not make him invisible to me. My beloved child, this is the memory I am placing before you tonight. When you cannot rescue the one you love, I can still hear them. When your hands cannot reach, my hand is not shortened. When your words do not seem to change anything, My voice can still speak into places you cannot enter. When you feel helpless, helplessness is not the same as hopelessness. Helplessness is the place where your hands stop pretending to be my hands. Hopelessness says nothing can be done, but faith says, Lord, I cannot do what only you can do. So I bring this child, this parent, this spouse, this sibling, this loved one into your presence. And remember this also. When I spoke to Hagar, I opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. That well had not been created by her panic. It had not appeared because she punished herself with fear. It was near, but her grief had blinded her to what I had already provided. My beloved child, there may be a well near your family that you cannot see tonight. There may be help already moving. There may be wisdom already prepared. There may be protection already standing between them and what you fear. There may be a conversation I am arranging, a door I am opening, a warning I am placing in their spirit, a person I am sending, a quiet mercy already waiting in the place that looks dry to you. Do not let the wilderness become your prophecy. Do not look at the dryness and decide that no provision exists. Do not look at the silence and decide that I have not answered. Do not look at the weakness of the one you love and decide that I am absent. Hagar saw only loss until I opened her eyes. And tonight, I am inviting you to pray not from despair but from trust. Say to me, even softly, open my eyes, Lord, to the well you have already placed near my family. Open my eyes to the mercy I have not recognized. Open my eyes to the provision I could not see because fear stood too close to my face. My beloved child, I am still the God who hears in the wilderness. I hear the child under the bush. I hear the mother who cannot bear to watch. I hear the father who has no more words. I hear the spouse who is carrying quiet dread. I hear the family member who feels forgotten, distant, ashamed, or lost. And I am not empty-handed in the desert. I have wells in places your eyes have not yet discovered, and when the appointed moment comes, I will open what fear told you was not there. So pray from trust. Weep if you must, but do not weep as one abandoned. The one who heard Ishmael still hears the one you love tonight. My beloved child, do not let fear become the voice that leads your prayer. Do not allow fear to preach louder than my promise. Do not allow the images that come in the night to become more believable than the word I have spoken over your household. Fear will show you scenes I did not send. Fear will build endings I did not write. Fear will take one unanswered message, one tired expression, one delay, one distance, one weakness, and it will begin to form a whole story of dread inside your mind until your body is present in your room, but your spirit is running through places I never asked you to go. I know how quickly family worry can become a storm within you. First it is a concern, then it becomes an assumption, then it becomes an image, then it becomes a sentence in your heart that says, what if something is wrong? What if they are not safe? What if they are falling away? What if I cannot reach them in time? What if I should have done more? And before you know it, my beloved child, your prayer is no longer being led by faith, but by terror dressed in the clothing of urgency. You begin to pray fast, but not from trust. You begin to repeat words, but your heart is being pulled by panic. You begin to stand watch, but your soul becomes exhausted because fear has convinced you that rest would be betrayal. Listen to me with tenderness. Prayer is not denial. I am not asking you to pretend there is no concern. I am not asking you to ignore what love has noticed. I am not asking you to call pain, peace, or confusion, safety, or distance closeness. Bring me the real concern. Bring me the trembling thought. Bring me the ache in your chest. Bring me the name, the question, the memory, the diagnosis, the addiction, the silence, the conflict, the road, the choice, the weakness, the heaviness you cannot explain. But do not bring it as one who has already surrendered the outcome to fear. Bring it as one who knows there is a throne higher than the trouble. There are battles that are not won through frantic watching. There are doors darkness wants to open in your heart through imagination, through dread, through the endless rehearsal of what might happen. But peace closes those doors. Peace is not passivity, my beloved child. Peace is not doing nothing while your family suffers. Peace is the mature weapon of a heart anchored in me. Peace says, I will pray without being ruled by terror. Peace says, I will cover them without trying to control them. Peace says, I will bless them with my mouth instead of feeding fear with my imagination. Peace says, I will stand before God, and then I will rest because God is still standing when my strength has ended. As written in Exodus, the Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Do you hear the tenderness of that command? Holding your peace does not mean you have no battle. It means the battle does not get to own your breath. It means the enemy does not get to use your love as a chain around your mind. It means you can stand at the edge of what you cannot cross, like Israel before the sea, and still know that I am able to make a way where human eyes see only an ending. So tonight, my beloved child, let your prayer become steady. Let your words slow down until they are filled with trust. Say, Father, I bring this loved one into your presence. I refuse to let fear lead me. I refuse to imagine what you have not revealed. I refuse to agree with despair. Cover them, speak to them, guard them, heal them, lead them, and teach my heart to rest beneath your watch. You can pray, you can bless, you can surrender, you can place their name beneath my covering, and stop punishing yourself with thoughts I never gave you. Tonight's prayer does not begin with panic over what might happen. It begins with confidence in the God who already sees. My beloved child, now bring them one by one. Do not bring your family before me as a storm of names that overwhelms your heart. Do not gather every fear into one heavy cloud until you cannot breathe beneath it. Slow down. Let your prayer become like placing each precious life into my hands, with intention, with tenderness, with faith. You do not need to solve them while you name them. You do not need to explain every detail before I understand. You do not need to convince me to care. I cared before you knew there was a burden. I loved them before you learned their name. Begin with the ones who gave you life, if they are still on your heart. Bring me your mother. Bring me your father. Bring me the parent who is weary, the parent who is aging, the parent who is sick, the parent who is stubborn, the parent who never learned how to speak gently, the parent who carries regrets, the parent whose silence still hurts you, the parent whose future troubles you. Place them beneath my covering. Ask me to protect their body, to quiet their mind, to guide their decisions, to heal the wounds they never named, and to have mercy over the mistakes they made when they did not know how to love well. Then bring me your children, whether they are small enough to sleep under your roof or grown enough to walk roads you cannot control. Bring me the child who is near, and bring me the child who feels far away. Bring me the child who answers quickly, and the child who has gone quiet. Bring me the child who is tender, the child who is angry, the child who is searching, the child who is tempted, the child who is tired, the child who smiles while carrying a heaviness you cannot see. Do not pray over them as though fear owns their future. Pray over them as one who knows I can place wisdom in their path, protection around their steps, peace over their thoughts, healing into their hidden pain, and mercy even where they have chosen poorly. Give me the one whose silence has troubled you. Give me the one whose choices have frightened you. Give me the one whose pain you cannot repair. Give me the one who will not listen to you, the one who misunderstands your concern, the one who pulls away when you try to come close, the one whose heart seems guarded, the one whose decisions have made you pray with tears. My beloved child, intercession is not love trying to control every outcome. Intercession is love kneeling before God. It is love admitting, I cannot be their Savior, but I can bring them to the Savior. It is love releasing the illusion of control and taking hold of holy trust. Bring me your spouse, if that is the name weighing on you. Bring me the distance, the tension, the exhaustion, the words left unsaid, the wounds repeated, the fear of what may happen, the desire for healing, the memories of better days, and the places where love has grown tired from carrying disappointment. Ask me for peace over the mind, wisdom over decisions, tenderness over communication, healing over old wounds, and mercy over failures. Ask me to send help where help is needed, wise counsel where wisdom is needed, doctors where the body needs care, counselors where the heart needs language, safe people where loneliness has become dangerous, and timely intervention where delay would bring harm. Bring me your siblings. Bring me the brother who carries anger. Bring me the sister who hides sorrow. Bring me the one who acts strong but is breaking in secret. Bring me the one whose choices have divided the family, the one whose need has exhausted everyone, the one whose absence is always felt at the table, the one whose laughter you miss, the one whose burdens you do not know how to touch. Name them before me, not as a ritual of anxiety, but as an act of surrender. Say their names slowly, and let your heart understand that they are not being dropped into darkness. They are being placed under my covering. Bring me the relatives who live at a distance, the grandparents, the cousins, the in-laws, the ones connected by blood, by marriage, by history, by shared pain, by memories that still have power in your household. Bring me the family member who has been difficult to love. Bring me the one who caused harm. Bring me the one who needs mercy. Bring me the one you still pray for, even though you do not know how to be close to them. My covering does not mean every relationship will be forced into the shape your heart imagined, but it does mean I can move with mercy, truth, wisdom, and protection in places where human strength has failed. And now, my beloved child, bring me the specific one whose name has been lying heavy on your chest tonight. Do not rush past that name. Do not wrap it in panic. Do not speak it as if danger is greater than my presence. Speak it as one placing treasure into faithful hands. Say, Lord, I place this one beneath your covering. Cover their body with protection. Cover their mind with peace. Cover their decisions with wisdom. Cover their wounds with healing. Cover their mistakes with mercy. Lead them toward help. Surround them with wise people. Bring them to safe places. Open the right doors. Close the wrong doors. Interrupt what needs to be interrupted. Strengthen what is weak. Restore what fear said was lost. There is power when love becomes specific before me. Not because I need help remembering, but because your heart needs help releasing. Every name you place in my hands loosens the grip of fear around your soul. Every loved one you surrender teaches your spirit that you are not the keeper of all outcomes. You are called to pray, to bless, to love wisely, to act responsibly when action is needed, and to trust me with what remains beyond your reach. So tonight, place them one by one beneath my covering: parents, children, siblings, spouse, relatives, the one whose silence troubles you, the one whose choices frighten you, the one whose pain you cannot repair. Place them all before me, and let your prayer become a quiet altar in the night. I receive every name. I see every face. I know every road. And not one person you surrender to me is forgotten in my hands. My beloved child, I am not only covering the body of the one you love, I am not only watching the road, the room, the night, the outward danger, the visible need, I am also entering the hidden places inside them that your eyes cannot reach. There are wounds beneath words. There are battles behind silence. There are memories they do not know how to explain. There is loneliness they have learned to hide, shame they have carried too long, temptation they have fought in secret, grief they never fully released, confusion they cannot untangle, resentment they do not know how to lay down, and exhaustion that has made their soul feel older than their years. Do not think I am inactive because you cannot see immediate change. Do not think nothing is moving because their face looks the same, because their attitude still seems guarded, because the conversation has not softened, because the habit has not yet broken, because the apology has not yet come, because the door still appears closed. Much of my healing begins in places too deep for human eyes to measure. A seed does not become fruit the moment it is placed beneath the soil. Roots form in darkness before branches rise into light, and there are things I am doing in the one you love that you will not recognize until the appointed season brings them above the ground. You have asked me to protect them, but I am also healing them. You have asked me to bring them home, but I am also working in the wilderness of their heart. You have asked me to change their choices, but I am also touching the pain beneath those choices. You have asked me to stop what is destructive, and I am also revealing what first made destruction feel familiar to them. My beloved child, I do not heal only what is visible. I go beneath the surface. I enter the quiet rooms of the soul. I speak where no one else is listening. I place mercy in the places where shame has been speaking for years. Remember Joseph, my beloved child. Remember the son who was loved by his father, hated by his brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into a foreign land, falsely accused, and confined in a prison he did not deserve. To human eyes, it looked like delay. It looked like abandonment. It looked like one closed door after another. But even in the pit, I was watching. Even in the house of Potiphar, I was present. Even in the prison, I was shaping him, preserving him, preparing him, and positioning him. What looked like confinement was still under my supervision. What looked like delay was not wasted. What looked like silence was full of hidden purpose. So do not despise the season when you cannot see outward evidence. Do not conclude that your prayers have fallen to the ground because the one you love has not yet become gentle, honest, restored, free, or whole in the way you have asked. There are years when prayer feels like water poured onto buried ground. You pour and you see nothing. You bless and you hear no answer. You intercede and the same struggle seems to remain. But I tell you, not one prayer of faith has been lost before me. Not one tear cried over your family has been ignored. Not one night of intercession has been meaningless. I know you have prayed for years over some names. I know the weariness that comes when you have asked again and again and the surface still appears unchanged. I know how the heart begins to whisper, is anything moving? Is anything softening? Is anything breaking open? But my beloved child, there is work beneath the soil before fruit appears above it. There is conviction before confession. There is tenderness before apology. There is awakening before return. There is healing before the mouth can speak differently. There is light entering slowly where darkness once felt normal. Be patient with the healing you cannot yet see. Be faithful without becoming controlling. Speak blessing without demanding immediate proof. Love with wisdom, not with fear. Set what must be set before me, and release what only my spirit can touch. I am not asking you to pretend every wound in your family is small. Some wounds have shaped generations. Some words have remained in the air for years. Some silences have become walls. Some resentments have been passed from heart to heart, like an inheritance of pain, but I am able to enter even there. And as I heal hidden places in them, I am also asking you to let me heal hidden places in you. Before I rebuild peace in a household, I often begin by softening the hearts that have been guarding themselves for too long. I will teach you forgiveness without denial, mercy without foolishness, peace without pretending, and love without chains. Let me prepare your heart for restoration that is built on truth. Let me remove the bitterness fear tried to plant. Let me make your home ready for mercy, because the covering I place over your family is not only protection from danger, it is the beginning of healing, forgiveness, and peace. My beloved child, now let me speak not only to the fear you carry for one loved one, but to the atmosphere that has rested over your household for too long. I saw the strained conversations. I saw the words that were spoken too sharply, and the words that were never spoken at all. I saw the chair that feels empty, even when the person is still alive. I saw the distance that grew slowly, not in one day, but through disappointments, misunderstandings, pride, exhaustion, unhealed grief, and pain that no one knew how to name. I saw the moments when everyone acted normal, but beneath the surface there was a heaviness in the room. Do not think I only cover bodies from danger. I cover homes from despair. I cover hearts from becoming stone. I cover families from being swallowed by the very wounds they do not know how to heal. My covering is not only a shield over the one you fear for tonight, it is also my mercy entering the places where anger has divided, where silence has stayed too long, where old pain has become the language of the house, where pride has made apology difficult, and where fear has made love guarded. Remember Nehemiah, my beloved child. Remember how he heard that the walls of Jerusalem were broken down and its gates had been burned with fire. He did not laugh at the ruins. He did not deny the damage. He did not pretend the city was whole when its walls were lying open. He wept, he prayed, he fasted, he asked for wisdom. Then he rose and rebuilt stone by stone. This is how I restore many households. Not always in one sudden moment. Not always through one conversation. Not always by forcing every person to feel the same thing at the same time, but stone by stone, prayer by prayer, humble word by humble word, wise boundary by wise boundary, act of mercy by act of mercy. Do not despise small beginnings in your family. A softened answer is a stone. A restrained tongue is a stone. A prayer whispered instead of an accusation spoken is a stone. A truthful conversation held without cruelty is a stone. A boundary set without hatred is a stone. A blessing spoken over someone who once wounded you is a stone. A willingness to listen is a stone. A refusal to pass bitterness to the next generation is a stone. And as written in Zechariah, do not despise the day of small things, because I know how to build something lasting from beginnings that look small to human eyes. But hear me clearly, my beloved child. Mercy does not mean pretending harm never happened. Forgiveness does not mean calling darkness light. Restoration does not mean ignoring truth, excusing destruction, or placing yourself where wisdom has told you to step back. My mercy walks with truth. My love does not require you to deny what wounded you. My peace does not ask you to return to chaos without discernment. There are times when healing includes closeness, and there are times when healing begins with distance that protects the soul from further harm. There are times when love speaks gently, and there are times when love must speak firmly. There are times when a household must be rebuilt through conversation, and there are times when it must first be rebuilt through prayer because hearts are not yet ready to speak. So release bitterness, but do not abandon wisdom. Release revenge, but do not abandon truth. Release the desire to punish them in your heart, but do not abandon the boundaries that protect what I am healing in you. Let me teach you the difference between mercy and weakness, between forgiveness and denial, between patience and fear, between peace and silence that hides pain. I am not asking you to carry old wounds as weapons. I am asking you to place them in my hands, so they do not keep shaping the way you speak, pray, remember, and love. I can restore what anger divided. I can soften what pain hardened. I can bring light into rooms where silence has lived too long. I can restore what anger divided. I can soften what pain hardened. I can bring light into rooms where silence has lived too long. Let this become stronger than the hopeless sentences you have been tempted to speak. Do not curse your family with words of final despair. Do not say, they will never change. Do not say, this house will never know peace. Do not say, that person is beyond mercy. Do not let pain become a prophet over your bloodline. Speak life in prayer. Speak blessing where fear wants to speak endings. Say, Lord, rebuild what has been broken. Lord, soften what has become hard. Lord, bring truth without destruction, mercy without denial, healing without pretending, wisdom without bitterness, and peace without fear. Say, Lord, enter the conversations we avoid, the memories we hide, the wounds we repeat, the pride we defend, and the love we have not known how to express. My beloved child, I am able to rebuild walls that look beyond repair. I am able to restore gates that were burned by anger, neglect, betrayal, addiction, resentment, grief, or years of misunderstanding. I am able to teach a family a new language, not the language of accusation, not the language of silence, not the language of fear, but the language of humility, patience, truth, prayer, and mercy. So tonight, let your home begin to change in the unseen place. Let the room where you sit become quiet before me. Let the phone that carried difficult messages come under my peace. Let the bed where you have worried become an altar of surrender. Let the doorway, the kitchen, the hallway, the empty chair, the family table, and the memories that still ache be brought beneath my covering. And let your own heart be the first room where peace enters. I can restore what anger divided. I can soften what pain hardened. I can bring light into rooms where silence has lived too long. Rest your household beneath my mercy tonight. I am not finished with your family. Tonight, my beloved child, let your home become an altar of peace. Not because every problem has been solved, not because every loved one has answered, not because every fear has disappeared from your mind, but because I am present in the very place where worry tried to rule you. The room where you sit is not ordinary when your heart turns toward me. The edge of your bed can become a holy place. The hallway you walk through quietly can become a path of intercession. The phone you keep looking at can be placed beneath my peace. The dark room where your tears have fallen can become the place where fear loses its authority. Do not be afraid of the night, my beloved child. Darkness does not mean I am absent. Silence does not mean I have stopped working. A house can feel different at night because the noise of the day has faded, and the thoughts you held back begin to rise. But I am not less near when the lights are off. I am not less powerful when the room is quiet. I am not less merciful when your heart is tired. As written in the psalm, even the darkness is not dark to me. The night shines, as the day before, my eyes, and there is no shadow in your home where my presence cannot reach. So breathe slowly now. Let your shoulders come down. Let your hands open. Release the need to know everything before you can trust me. Release the need to check every door of the future. Release the need to carry every possible ending in your chest. You may love your family deeply, but you were never created to be the watchman of every breath, every road, every decision, every danger, every hidden wound, and every tomorrow. Bring them to me. Place them before me. Let each name become an offering, not an alarm. Walk through your house in your spirit, my beloved child. Bless the room where you sleep. Bless the doorway where people come and go. Bless the kitchen where conversations have happened. Bless the chair that reminds you of someone. Bless the quiet spaces where memories still ache. Speak peace over the walls. Speak mercy over the atmosphere. Speak protection over those who live there and those connected to your heart who are far away. Say, fear will not govern this house tonight. Panic will not lead this prayer. Despair will not have the final word. This household belongs beneath the covering of God. One praying heart can become a small lamp in a dark family season. Do not despise that small lamp. Do not think your quiet prayer is too weak to matter. A lamp does not become the sun, but it still pushes back darkness where it stands. Your prayer may feel small, but when it is surrendered to me, it carries light. Your whisper may tremble, but heaven hears it clearly. Your faith may feel tired, but even tired faith placed in my hands becomes a doorway for peace. So tonight, let the lamp be lit in your home. Let it be lit through surrender. Let it be lit through forgiveness. Let it be lit through a blessing spoken instead of a fearful sentence repeated. Let it be lit through the simple courage to say, Lord, I do not know how to fix this, but I place my family before you. Let peace enter before the visible answer arrives. Let rest begin before the report changes. Let trust rise before the morning comes. My beloved child, I am here. I am covering what you cannot cover. I am reaching what you cannot reach. I am watching where your eyes cannot see. Now, my beloved child, open your lips, even if your voice is weak. Say now, my beloved child, even if your voice trembles, even if your heart feels weak, even if tears come before words. Say, Lord, I bring before you the one whose name has been heavy on my heart tonight. I do not bring them as though you have forgotten them. I do not bring them as though they are hidden from your eyes. I bring them because love has made my heart tender, and worry has tried to make my soul afraid. I bring them because I cannot be everywhere. I cannot know everything. I cannot guard every step, but you are present where I am absent. You are awake where I am tired, and your hand is not shortened that it cannot save. Lord, cover their body tonight. Cover their breath, their strength, their health, their movements, their resting, their waking, their going out, and their coming in. Cover every road beneath their feet, every vehicle they enter, every place they pass through, every door they open, every room where they sit, every place where danger may be seen, and every place where danger may be hidden. Let your mercy stand around them like a wall. Let no weapon formed against them prosper. Let no trap hidden in the path succeed. Let what is meant for harm be interrupted by your hand before it can reach its purpose. Cover their mind, Lord. Quiet the thoughts that torment them. Break the power of confusion, heaviness, fear, despair, temptation, pride, anger, and hopelessness. Where their thoughts have become crowded, bring clarity. Where their mind has been exhausted, bring rest. Where lies have repeated themselves until they began to feel true, let your truth rise with gentleness and power. Speak into the inward place where no one else can speak. Remind them that they are not forgotten, not abandoned, not too far, not beyond mercy, not beyond help, not beyond the reach of your love. Cover their emotions, Lord. You know what they carry and what they hide. You know the tears they have not cried, the grief they have not named, the fear they do not admit, the shame they do not know how to release, and the wounds they have tried to survive in silence. Heal what is known and what is unknown. Heal what is visible and what is hidden. Heal what has been spoken and what has never found words. Touch the places beneath the surface, the places where pain became anger, where disappointment became distance, where loneliness became a dangerous companion, where weariness began to sound like surrender. Lord, cover their decisions. Stand between them and the choices that would wound their future. Close doors that should not open. Open doors that lead toward wisdom, safety, truth, repentance, healing, and peace. If they are walking near destruction, turn their feet. If they are listening to the wrong voices, interrupt those voices. If they are being pulled toward habits, relationships, environments, or decisions that would harm them, send mercy quickly. Let warning come before damage. Let conviction come before collapse. Let help arrive before they feel there is no way out. Surround them with wise help. Send people who carry light, not confusion. Send counsel that is true, not flattering. Send friends who strengthen what is good in them, not companions who feed what is broken. Send doctors where the body needs care, counselors where the heart needs language, mentors where wisdom is needed, protectors where danger is near, and faithful voices where loneliness has grown loud. Let timely mercy meet them in ordinary places. Let one call, one message, one conversation, one delay, one closed door, one unexpected kindness become part of your covering over their life. Lord, cover their relationships. Protect them from manipulation, cruelty, deception, bitterness, and isolation. Heal what can be healed. Separate what must be separated. Strengthen what is holy. Expose what is false. Teach them how to receive love without fear, and how to give love without destruction. If they have wounded others, lead them toward humility. If others have wounded them, lead them toward healing. If pride has built walls, soften what has become hard. If fear has made them distant, draw them toward safe and truthful love. Cover their sleep tonight. Let their body rest. Let their mind settle. Let their heart be guarded in the night. Let no torment rule their dreams. Let no fear sit beside their bed. Let peace enter the room where they are. And if they are awake, if they are wandering, if they are restless, if they are hiding pain behind activity, meet them there too. You are the God who sees in the wilderness. You are the God who hears the child beneath the bush. You are the God who opens wells where human eyes see only dry ground. And now, Lord, I release what I cannot carry. I release the illusion that my worry can protect them better than your presence. I release the fear that if I stop panicking, I have stopped loving. I release the burden of trying to be their covering, their savior, their guide, their shield, and their future. Lord, I place them where my hands cannot reach, into your hands that never fail. I place their body, their mind, their emotions, their choices, their relationships, their night, their tomorrow, and their soul into your faithful care. And Lord, cover my heart too. Free me from torment. Teach me the difference between prayer and panic. Give me wisdom to act when action is needed, courage to speak when words are needed, restraint to be silent when silence is wiser, and peace to rest when I have done what you asked me to do. Do not let fear rule my imagination tonight. Do not let my mind create disasters you have not spoken. Do not let love become control in my hands. Let love become intercession. Let concern become surrender. Let this prayer become the place where my heart returns to trust. I believe you are working where I cannot see. I believe you are covering what I cannot cover. I believe you can reach the one I love in the room, on the road, in the silence, in the struggle, in the confusion, in the hidden place, and in the place that feels far away from me. They are not outside your sight, and this family is not outside your covering. Amen. Now, my beloved child, after you have prayed, do not let your mouth return to the language of fear. Do not rise from the altar and begin speaking as though nothing has changed. Do not place the name you surrendered back into the hands of panic. Let your words come into agreement with the prayer you have just placed before me. Not loudly to impress anyone, not with performance, not with pressure, not as if your voice must earn my attention, but gently, faithfully, with the quiet authority of a heart that has decided to trust me in the night. Say it now over your home. Say it over the family you can see and the family you cannot see. Say it over the one whose name has made your heart tremble. Say, my family belongs to God. Say, fear will not rule this house. Say, the one I am worried about is covered by the Lord. Say, peace will guard my heart tonight. Let these words become a boundary around your mind. Let them stand at the door of your imagination. Let them answer every anxious picture that tries to rise again after prayer. When fear says, what if something happens? Answer with faith. When worry says, you must stay awake to keep watch, answer with trust. When torment says, you have not done enough, answer with surrender. My beloved child, your declaration is not denial. You are not pretending there is no need. You are not pretending there has been no danger, no pain, no confusion, no uncertainty, no long road, no unfinished conversation, no hidden struggle. Faith does not close its eyes to reality. Faith opens its eyes to my presence within reality. Faith says, I see the trouble, but I also see the Lord. I see the weakness, but I also see the covering. I see the distance, but I also see the hand of God that reaches farther than mine. I see the night, but I also remember that the keeper of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. As written in Psalm 91, the one who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Let that become the shelter over your family tonight. Let my shadow be stronger in your heart than the shadow of fear. Let my wings become the place where you imagine the one you love resting. Say, Lord, hide my family beneath your wings. Say, Lord, be their refuge and fortress. Say, Lord, cover them in the place where I cannot stand beside them. You do not need to see every movement of the night to believe that my covering is real. You do not need to hear every sound, trace every step, or control every outcome. My presence is not limited by your sight. And as written in Philippians, when prayer and thanksgiving are brought before me, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. Notice, my beloved child, peace will guard. Peace is not only a feeling that visits you when all things are easy. Peace becomes a guard at the gate of your heart. Peace stands where panic tried to enter. Peace watches over your thoughts when you are too weary to argue with them. Peace tells your mind, you do not have to keep rehearsing disaster. Peace tells your body, you may rest now. Peace tells your soul, God has heard, God is near, God is covering, God is working. So declare this before you sleep. My family belongs to God. My home belongs to God. The one I love is not abandoned. The one I fear for is under the mercy of the Lord. Fear will not rule this house. Panic will not lead my prayers. Despair will not write the final word over my bloodline. The Lord is our refuge. The Lord is our keeper. The Lord is our shield. Peace will guard my heart tonight. Mercy will cover my family tonight. God will watch where I cannot watch. And my beloved child, if this prayer is your prayer, let your agreement become simple and clear. Write it, speak it, let it rise from your heart. My family is covered tonight. Or say, Lord, cover my family in peace. Do not write it as a performance. Write it as a small altar of faith. Write it as a testimony that fear did not have the final word over this night. And if there is a name, a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, a spouse, a friend, a sibling, a child, someone far away, someone struggling, someone silent, someone in danger, someone needing healing, leave that prayer before me. Let others agree with you in prayer. Let there be a covering of intercession, not only from your house, but from many hearts joined in faith. For there are burdens that become lighter when my children stop carrying them alone. There are nights when one prayer joins another prayer, and the lonely heart remembers that the body of Christ is still a family. Do not be ashamed to ask for prayer. Do not be ashamed to say, please pray for my household. Do not be ashamed to place a family need beneath the covering of agreement. I hear the whispered prayer in the room, and I also hear the united prayer of my people. Now after you have prayed, and after you have declared, you are allowed to sleep. You are allowed to close your eyes without guilt. You are allowed to stop watching the darkness as though your fear is the light. You have placed them in my hands. You have spoken faith over your family. You have invited peace to guard your heart. Rest now, my beloved child. Let your final words tonight be trust, not terror. Let your final thought be, my covering, not your uncertainty. Your family is beneath my mercy, and I will keep watch. Rest now, my beloved child. You have prayed. You have placed them in my hands. Now let your heart be still. Do not keep standing guard over what you have already surrendered. Do not return to the window of worry, as though your fear must remain awake for my mercy to remain active. I heard you when your voice trembled. I heard you when your words were clear. I heard even the parts of your prayer that came only as tears, sighs, and silence. Not one name you brought before me was lost in the night. Not one burden slipped from my hands. You may close your eyes now. You may loosen your grip. You may allow your body to rest without believing you have failed the one you love. Staying anxious all night is not what proves love. Rehearsing every danger is not what keeps them safe. Holding your breath until morning is not what makes you faithful. Love becomes holy when it learns to trust me. Concern becomes prayer when it is placed before me. And prayer becomes rest when the heart believes that I am still working after the lips become quiet. My beloved child, I do not sleep when you sleep. I do not grow weary when you are weary. I do not become distant when your eyes close. As written in the Psalm, the one who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Let that word become a pillow beneath your soul tonight. Let it settle the place in you that says, I must stay awake, I must keep watching, I must keep imagining, I must keep controlling. No, my child, you are not the keeper of every shadow. You are not the shepherd of every road. You are not the shield over every unseen place. I am. See me now as the shepherd of your household through the night. While the rooms grow quiet, I remain near. While the streets darken, my eyes remain open. While the one you love rests, travels, weeps, struggles, thinks, or waits, my mercy is not absent from them. I walk the fields where you cannot walk. I stand at doors where you cannot stand. I watch over bedsides, roads, hospital rooms, lonely rooms, distant rooms, and hidden places. I know the path of the one you fear for. I know the inward condition of their heart. I know what they need before morning arrives. So let the night become gentle again. Let your home receive my peace. I bless the room where you are lying down. I bless the walls that have heard your prayers. I bless the floor where your feet have carried worry. I bless the chair where you sat with a heavy heart. I bless the phone that you have checked again and again. I bless the doorway, the bed, the quiet air, the sleeping household, and the memories that tried to rise against your rest. Let peace enter all of it. Let mercy cover all of it. Let my presence fill the space where fear once spoke loudly. And I bless the one whose name is still tender inside you. I cover their mind with peace. I cover their body with strength. I cover their path with mercy. I cover their sleep with protection. I cover their decisions with wisdom. I cover their heart with my patient love. If they are near, I am near. If they are far, I am near. If they are awake, I am near. If they are unaware of the prayers being spoken for them, I am still near. Distance cannot weaken my hand. Silence cannot cancel my care. Darkness cannot hide them from my sight. Now breathe, my beloved child. Let this be the spiritual exhale your soul has needed. You have carried the fear long enough for tonight. You have spoken their name before me. You have placed your family beneath my covering. You have declared faith where panic wanted to rule. Now rest, not because everything is fully explained, but because I am faithful. Rest, not because you understand every outcome, but because my love reaches beyond your understanding. Rest, not because you stopped caring, but because you have chosen to trust the one who cares perfectly. Let your final thought be simple: God is watching. Let your final breath be quiet: God is near. Let your final surrender be complete: my family is in His hands. Sleep now beneath my peace. I will keep watch. And when morning comes, my beloved child, carry this covering with you. Do not leave it only in the night. Do not let the peace you receive become something you forget when the phone lights up again, when the responsibilities return, when the questions rise, when the name of the one you love becomes tender in your chest again. Let this prayer follow you into tomorrow. Let this declaration stand over your household when the sun rises. Let your heart remember that the same God who watched through the night is still watching in the day. And if you are standing in faith for your family tonight, let your faith be seen in a simple way. Like this message, not as a small action without meaning, but as a quiet agreement that fear will not have the final word over your home. Let it be your testimony that you are choosing prayer over panic, surrender over torment, and trust over sleepless control. There are moments when even a small act becomes a marker in the soul, a way of saying, I stood here, I prayed here, I believed here, and I placed my family beneath the covering of God. Subscribe, my beloved child, so when fear rises again, you know where to return. Not because you are weak, but because the heart needs to be reminded. There are nights when worry comes back with another name, another concern, another silence, another uncertainty. And when that moment comes, let prayer be near to you. Let words of peace be ready for you. Let your soul have a place to return where faith is strengthened and the burden is placed again into my hands. And do not keep this covering only for yourself. Share this prayer with someone who is carrying concern for a child, a parent, a spouse, a sibling, a friend, or a loved one who feels far away. There is someone tonight who is checking messages, staring into the dark, trying to be strong, and quietly asking if I still see the one they love. Send this to them as a small lamp. Let them know they are not praying alone. Let comfort travel from one household to another. And now, leave your prayer below. Write the name, if your heart is led, or simply write, "My family is covered tonight." Let others agree with you. Let prayer rise like incense from many homes, many hearts, many stories, many burdens placed beneath one faithful covering. I hear the private whisper, and I honor the united prayer. Go in peace, my beloved child. The one you are worried about is still under my eye, and your family is still in my hands.